Hello. It's been a while. Um, yeah. So last time I a bit out of breath. Last time I ran, a lot of good motivation going on. So I'll start this blog off. I'll be good. Keep on doing it. But I think that's what happens to a lot of us. Is life begins taking over, and those routines taken. It's what they do 15 to 30 times, and it becomes a habit. But trying to get your exercise to be habitual is quite hard. I think everybody would do it if it was easy, I guess. Not easy as in when you're doing it, but just that initial push and the time without thinking, oh, I haven't got time to do this. Like technically I could say that today. Work's pushing me and get about half an hour. So just literally out now doing that. And it's always sort of those excuses we've got to watch. Excuses every time. But I think eventually if you get into a habit with it and your routine gets adjusted, it's all good. What am I going to say today? Had a few things. Obviously it's been a few weeks since I posted, and I'll try and do it more regularly, but no pressure on myself to do that. If I don't, and I won't be gutted if I don't, but it's a good driver. Some sort of techniques I've been thinking out. I think I won't have a shave until I've done those 3 exercises I want to do during the day. So sort of tying into, subscribe to a fit thing, which I've been a bit slack with. I've got my exercise bike which I do, so I've been doing that still just to keep me tying over, but I want to really sort of try and get into a routine where I've got 3 lots in a day, which might seem a bit excessive, but you know, I'm trying to work to the goal of feeling fit again. I mean, I just did a mile. It wasn't a bad mile, 7:39, which is not bad to see, and I haven't run for a bit. My core fitness is getting there, and I think that's something a lot of people find when you start off running again, or for the first time ever. You will be plus 10 minutes, and there's nothing wrong with staying at plus 10 minutes, but a lot of that will be down to your core fitness. I found certainly, I've been there before where I've yo-yoed up a bit and then come down, and the difference your stone can make. Maybe you get towards your prime target weight and your BMI is below that overweight or obese mark. It makes a massive difference. I'm getting close to being out of my obese zone. Probably looking a bit ill because I've not had a shave, but that's the thing, just keep on going and don't put yourself down for it. Getting a bit sidetracked now thinking, but yeah, so I was thinking about, I won't do that, I won't have a shave until I've done it. So I'm planning on having a shave today. I've done some weights. Within 24 hours I've done a cycle and a run now, so I'm not turning into Gandalf yet. Although that would be pretty cool, walking through a wood as a wizard. I'll try not to speak much more. Obviously a few more updates. I did say I was going to speak about the fear, which isn't a big thing, but I think there's a lot of people who I'll briefly touch on it now. Certainly myself, I'm getting a bit older and people start worrying about their health a bit more, and certainly not something I should be worrying about, I suppose, and a lot of us should be worrying about, but I think there's that much health advice and things kicking about, and we maybe look at ourselves sitting on a couch every day for the last 5 years, eating pizza. I think, oh, can't do that. I had a friend once, like, I'd invite him to football thinking he needs to go, trying to help him out. Never really sort of understood it when he's like, oh, I need to get fit first. It's like, surely that's what you're doing if you come to play football. Who knows? But I can sort of see what maybe that he had that fear. It's you go from zero to try and do something. You could potentially, I don't know, if you've got a family history of cardiac issues, things like that, and I've got my mind on that, heart health, I've indigestion, and then you sort of get a bit panicked thinking, oh, am I okay? And you just got to remember, as long as you look after yourself, take it steady, don't push yourself mad, but you've got to push yourself, but do it incrementally, don't go full flat out. So I'd say to that friend now, just stay in goal, or just do something, you know, just walk about the bitch. We don't want you to run around like a lunatic. But it is a case of, same with me now, I'd like to come out and smash it and carry on doing mile 2, mile 3 at 7 minutes, but I'm realistically not expecting that. In a way, I'm using this blog as a cool down from the first mile, because of it did sort of give me a little twinge. Wasn't hard to do, but just felt a bit more out of breath than I would, and probably my heart rate's up. So good thing to invest in heart rate monitor. But yeah, that fear, I think, of everybody has it. It's mortality, I guess. Fear of of death. I don't know. Should you be afraid of that? I guess you should. Everybody's got to be in some way, or just be ignorant of it. But if you concentrate on those things, it can get you sort of all messed up, and it isn't really worth dwelling on those sort of things. It's just sort of a case of make sure that you look after yourself, push yourself within your own limits, don't judge yourself by others where possible, and your own expectations. Mine are quite high, but I think I look at myself and I do compare myself. That's hypocritical again. But you know, I was cycling through the streets of Amsterdam last night on my exercise bike. Their system there's brilliant. They've got bike lanes everywhere, it looks like to me. I was just like, oh, I'm envious of that. And then all these people, I don't know what their average age is, but they all seem to be young, fit 20-year-olds just walking along or cycling. And I'm like, God, if I went over there, I'd feel bad. I'd be tired after this mile. And these guys are just like, yeah, let's get on my bike. I haven't got a car, I'm going to cycle around. This is Foxstone Dam, by the way. A little dam, no one here by the look of it. I'm just going to start walking back now. And yeah, so it's just sort of that sort of thing. It's comparing yourself to others, and that in some ways can be a good thing, but obviously don't push yourself by other people's limitations, or listen to your own core and what your body's telling you. Mine this morning was certainly saying don't get up and go for a run, stay in bed, but that's the excuse maybe. But I did sort of think I'll do this later, and the trap is not to keep on just falling into that trap of that excuse of I'll do this later. But yeah, that's where we are anyway. So down at Foxstone Dam, I've got to jog back up the hill, which will be good, but I'm not going to go and bust a gut on it. I'm just going to get back, have some dinner and get back to the process, and then have a shave at some point. I've talked too long, 7 minutes 47, that's not bad. Waffled a bit, but yeah, so just don't be afraid of your body, embrace it. And I'm not pushing everybody to do it. You used to stay on the sofa and eat pizza, but I know personally from being at a stage where I would say I was super fit when I was younger, that I want that back, and I think that will give me peace of mind, and I'm sure it will give that good feeling to a lot of people. And some people never will get there, but there's no problem with that. But push yourself, don't be afraid, and yeah, keep on keeping on. From Foxstone Dam, this is Motti saying goodbye. See you later.